Well, the great thing about this year, they're going to determine what personnel we're going to be in. I mean, we started out in 12 a lot, but we got a 13, we even got a 14 personnel. So it depends on, I got two guys that played a lot, and Dingo and Caddis, and then Kamari is a guy that's really playing well. The guy I've been impressed with is Willie Rodriguez. He do not look like a freshman, but he's still, he's still learning. But when you look at him physically, he look better than some of the older guys we got. So I think we got three, but by the time we come out of camp, we have four really good tight ends ready to play winning football.
What about Kamari makes him have such a high ceiling?
Boy, he's 6'5", 250. He's a probably 4'5", 8" guy. Very athletic basketball player. Could have went to college for baseball. Comes from a very good program in Cass Tech where Dion and Square and all them guys came from. So he's really your prototypical tight end that's athletic, that can get down the middle, that can block, that can pass pro. I mean, Kamari can do it all.
I remember when Josh got here as a freshman, it immediately didn't look like there was an opportunity because you had some of the old guys. Is Willie in that same spot, even though you've got these veterans who can kind of force his way out there?
Well, it's a different scenario because you still got Caddis. I mean, Caddis was a guy that came in and, I should have played him even earlier, but I was trying to get older guys a chance. And, Bass was a pretty good player. I think y'all seen him win the Hall of Fame game the other night. Played pretty well. So Willie is a guy that these older guys see. They see his physicality. They see how he is when he walks in the room. He's a serious guy. So, I mean, it's competition. That's the way you want to be. I wouldn't want to know better than any other place in my room. So the older guys better know they better get their butts going or there'll be another young guy playing.
Vince, they always say tight ends could be a quarterback's best friend out there when it's working right. How do you see the rapport there going between Brock and those guys?
Him and Dingo made some really good, Dingo made a couple third down catches today. I know Brock really likes him. Caddis, he's been nicked up, so he's been out for a day, but Dingo is really, him and Kamari really is making some plays on third down. So we always, when you're running them check downs and options routes and stick routes, I mean, that's always important to a quarterback.
What is your impressions of Brock as a guy who obviously had a huge recruiting hype, but we haven't really seen him play in 3 years? It's rare for a quarterback to kind of wait this long to get his opportunity.
Well, remember, Willie didn't, Will didn't play in 2 years. I mean, I just think, when you talk to Kirby, it was more, back then it could have went either way with him and the guy that's the quarterback now. And that's what happens when you stack a lot of talent on one team. And so I think Brock being the son of his coaches, his dad is a big-time high school coach down there. I've been impressed with him. He's a guy that's up here all the time. He reminds me of Will, up here spending a lot of time up here. And, he worked big time with the receivers on the offseason and OTAs. I think Brock is, y'all seen what he did against us when he came in there. So the potential is there. I just think he got to keep getting reps and, it's going to look good for him. Gavin Winston ain't looking bad either, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask about him. Whatever his role shakes out to be, what kind of impact can he have on the offense?
Well, I think some of you guys were here at that practice, so he's a guy. People forget that he started 17 games. I remember watching a game where he almost beat Ohio State, so, I mean, he has the experience. Y'all see he's a really big, athletic kid. I think the surprising part is how he's throwing the ball. And not saying that I didn't think he could throw the ball, but just watching him live. When I recruited him out of high school, he was a kid that we really wanted. But now watching him, I mean, man, he's a good-looking dude, and it's good. We never had a quarterback room like this, so I'm happy. I mean, if somebody go down, I mean, I don't think we're going to miss a beat, I don't think.